So growing up, I first started off in, small little apartment on the west side of town in housing, and then it burnt down, and then we were lucky enough to like still keep the housing, and we moved to the Bluffs. I grew up at the Bluffs. I loved it there. That was the best place I've ever lived at, honestly, and all my friends were there. And for a time, I just loved life, just living there, being able to go outside every day and seeing those familiar faces. And we didn't really have problems with the bills like that at first. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my little brother. And for like I said, for a while, everything was good. We were here and there we would struggle, I guess, but like we would still be able to make rent. And unfortunately, my dad he had passed away, so then all that fell on my mom, and it was just her. So I knew she was struggling, and I loved living at the Bluffs, but I knew she was struggling, so I was like, all right, I mean, that's probably a sacrifice I'm probably gonna have to make because I know we're probably gonna leave here soon. And it ended up happening. We didn't even tell him we were leaving. We just left, because my mom, she just couldn't take it, the effects of my dad dying and then all the bills and everything like that. She just couldn't take it. So I don't really blame her. And we're able to come up on some money because my grandma had just passed away. So she left us some money. So we are able to get a trailer. But just staying at the trailer and like knowing that all my friends and everybody was on that side of town. Because like when we got the trailer, we moved on the whole entire other side of town, and like it affects like a lot of other kids too, like that, because they're in the same position that I was in. They grew up in a place, have all their friends there, make so many memories there, and then just one day their parents just said we have to leave. It's getting too expensive. And it's sad that like you can't like live a normal life like in this town unless you have money. You can't like live that normal life and not have to worry about like when rent is gonna be like raised up, like things like that, if you have money. But like so many people, young people, a lot of people like me, I make music and stuff like that. I can't make music when I'm thinking about these other things, when I'm worried about these other things. It cuts into my character, it cuts into my soul. So like it's sad that a lot of people don't have that security. They're always have like just having to worry. They always have that in the back of their head. And a lot of like people like in this town especially, it's an old town. It's a very very old town. So there's a lot of old people here, and a lot of tourists too. And like it's sad because I'm young, but even I knew for like the longest time that this city doesn't really, care like that about the people who were like here that grow up. Like they care about the old people, yeah, but they mostly care about the tourists and stuff like that. Like there's so many houses here and like so many like places here that people buy, but they're from out of town, they're from out of state. It's just like a vacation house. Those could be places that people here, they could use that. But instead, the city always just caters to, that side. And I get it, Santa Fe is a tourist attraction, it's an old town, But like, I just feel, I just feel like the city as a whole, they haven't really done a good job, as like in prioritizing, like the fact that this is a problem, and a lot of people know that it's a problem, and for the city to just, like just, you know, have a blind eye to it or whatever, it's pretty sad, um, because I've known a lot of people, talented people, like people that honestly, if they would have stayed, they could have done something good for the city, but they were forced out just because they couldn't afford things. They go somewhere else where it's more affordable, and they start living the best life they can, But like here, it's beautiful, Don't get me wrong, I love it here, but it's sad knowing that I love this city so much, but I also know that maybe one day I can't like get what I want in this city, just because the price is always up.